Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nolan Got Juice, aka Nolan Got Movie Reviews. Hey, this is my first video on my new channel I'm making. Hey, let's get right into it. So the first lucky movie that gets to be reviewed by me is Wolfman. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. This year alone, I've seen a movie about a vampire, a horny vampire at that, and now I get to see a movie about a wolf. Hey, it's Twilight in an alternate universe. That's what I gotta say. But look, listen. Wolfman takes place in the movie starts off in like the 80s or the 90s, I think it was, and it follows the main character, who plays the main character is Christopher Abbott. He's Blake, and he's on this like farm, remote scene in Oregon somewhere. Like, I don't know, his dad was like a hunter, and you can tell he was in the army because he started off the movie 10 hunt. Like, bro, listen, if my dad was a veteran and he did that, I don't know what I would do. But look, I went down to my local AMC to watch it. You got me some buttery popcorn, a little salty and everything. It was really good. But look, so as I was saying, the movie starts off in like the 80s. We follow Blake as a kid, and he's with his dad. They're walking out, and spoiler alert for anybody, like they walk out, like they're hunting, and like his father's like, "I'm gonna teach you how to be a man and survive in the wilderness." All right, whatever. So, boom, they're out there hunting. They see a deer. Blake goes around. He runs off as far as his father, and then he's like hunting for the deer, and like he's looking through his scope. He's like looking through his scope, and he sees the Wolfman, and he's like, "What is that? What is that? What is that?" And like he's just sitting there looking for it again. Like his dad comes around. Grabbing him. "Did I tell you to stay with me? I tell you to stay with me." And then like his dad's getting on, and then he heard the Wolfman, and he's like. And then like they go to this deer tree stand and everything, and they're hiding from the Wolfman. They see the Wolfman's coming up there. You can see this thing. He's like coming on, like climbing the ladder. And he's like, you can see the breath. The dad's like this right here with his gun, waiting to shoot him. And then like before the Wolfman transitions to the other side of the tree stand, and then he's like, you see the smoke, the breath coming up. Like he's about to grab him from the back and everything, and then the deer moves, and then he runs away, and then they go back to the house. Like, "Oh, let's get out of here while we got daylight." And then Blake hears his dad talking about the Wolfman and everything, and then that's the end of the first scene. And then the second scene comes around. Blake's an adult with his kid Ginger, and his wife Abby. I want to say her name was. I can't remember. I know she was played by Julia Garner. And they're in New York. They're having problems. Typical New York relationships, bro. They're going to have problems everywhere. City's trash. Homeless people everywhere. Craziness. But do that, boom. Blake gets a letter in the mail saying, "Oh, my dad officially passed away. I got to go pack up his stuff in Oregon. I would like y'all to come with me to save." He's trying to save his marriage, basically. Boom. So they drive to Oregon, him, his wife, and Ginger, the kid. And they're driving, they get lost, they're in the woods, they get lost, and then the guy was one of the old park rangers or whatever it was. His son was out there in the tree saying, like, "Oh, there's somebody in the tree," and he comes out and he's like, You've been gone a long time, Blake, a long time." Boom, he goes that, and he's like, "All right, I'll show you where your old dad's house was." So they're driving, the dude's being weird, he's being sus, he's like, his wife says, "Oh, I'm a journalist," and he looks at her like, "You got a lucky family, Blake." All types of weirdness, and Blake looks at him like, "I know," and boom, they're driving, Blake turns, and then there's a man standing in the road, just like, and Blake, boom, he crashes in the woods. Truck flips, the U-Haul flips off. U-Haul's gonna send him a massive bill on that right there. But boom, they're just sitting there in the U-Haul, all of them, like Blake, Abby, and Ginger, and the park ranger's son, which the park ranger's son's grown up now. He's like 30 or whatever, 40, and the park ranger dumbass son, I don't know why he did this. He decides to open the door and falls out to the ground. He's like, "Ugh." You ever seen that one video where the guy was climbing on the milk crate boxes, and he's like, "When I came down," that's what it was like. But boom, they did that, and Wolfman comes, snatches his park ranger son up. Boom, grabbed him. He's like, "Ah!" Blake, Ginger, and Abby make a run. He's like, oh, it looks familiar. It looks familiar. I've been here before. Boom. They find his dad's house. They go in there, running from the Wolfman. The Wolfman almost gets him. Blake's in there. He's looking around. He's like, oh, my God. Like, I haven't been in this house in a minute. He starts boarding up stuff. And then, like, he starts bleeding. Ginger's like, yo, what is that? What is that cut? What is that cut? He's like, oh, I think I just scratched it on the glass. And then she's like, let's see. Pulls it up. And it's like, boom. He's got scratched up. She's doing the banding up. Everybody's trying to go to sleep. Blake's looking for the Wolfman. He goes to the back door. The Wolfman grabs him through the dog like hole, the little dog hole where the dog can come through. He grabs him right there. Boom, grabs him. He gets away. Ginger beats the thing with a hammer. Boom. And then, like, as the night goes on, bro, this is what made the movie, like, eerie, bro. It was the longest night ever, bro. It felt like he was playing one of the Batman Arkham games, how long that night was. The whole movie was during the night, obviously, but it was cool. It was cool. It was, like, eerie and dark. And then Blake's boarding up, and he's feeling it, like, oh, man. Then he just hears, like, I don't know if you can hear it on the mic. He was like, doop, doop. And he's like, what is that? What is that? Everybody's asleep. He's, like, walking up the stairs and goes in his room. This is like his noticing his first change right here. And here's a spider. Spider's like, and see a spider crawling around. It's like loud as shit in his ears. Like, oh man. He goes back down. He's tweaking out. Like, they're like, oh, we need to figure out what we doing. Blake's like tweaking out. He's like speaking another language. He can't understand them. Ginger's trying to call her help on the radio. Blake's like losing his teeth, his fingernails. Then he starts like losing his hair and stuff like that. He's like, oh, man. Ginger's like, yo, we need to get him out of here. So they run to the truck. Like, his dad had an old truck. Ginger, she was kind of badass for this. Like, she whipped up the battery real quick and hooked it up to the battery, the truck and everything. Boom, she got the truck started. He was like, boom, got it, boom. She cranks it up. Out of nowhere, the Wolfman comes. The Wolfman comes. He's like, boom, he breaks through the window. Ah! And then they running away. The Wolfman gets in the house somehow. And it's the Ranger's son. Not the original one we seen, the Ranger's son. We see him. Actually, I think I skipped a step. I think the Ranger's son broke in before. And, he broke in for him, then he was beating the shit out of Blake. Ginger stabs him, and then Blake bites him in the neck. And you're like, whoa, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like that. And I think Blake kills the original one. They don't really show this. I was wondering, like, what happened to the original one? What happened to the original, like, Wolfman? But they don't really go into detail about it. You don't really see it like that. That happens. I think Blake spit up a finger, and it's like, oh, I guess that was the foreshadowing we needed to know that Blake just ate the original Wolfman. Because he ran in the greenhouse and stuff like that. Let's see. Boom, that happens. They get back in the house. They're like, oh, no, what's going on? Blake's tweaking out now. Like, he looks like the ghoul from Fallout TV show. Like, it was, like, bad. It didn't even look like a wolf. He looked like a fish, bro, to me. Blake's tweaking out. He's like, oh. And then, like, Abby's like, yo, get out the house. Get out, bro. Get out. Blake gets out. He transforms into the full Wolfman. And then Abby and Ginger's just chilling in the house. And then all of a sudden, he's like, Blake looks at her through the window. No, Blake looked at her and went through the window. They're like, and then Blake runs. He gets on top of the house. And all you hear is, Blake broke into his window. This is the best part of the movie for me. Like, it was dark. It was like, and I think a light. It was like lightning or something, I think. And then a light is, and you just see Blake hiding on the stairs. And Abby and Ginger's like looking around. And at one point, they're like backing up to the wall. And you see Blake just like hide right there, like. And then like they turn around, they start fighting. Abby slices him with a knife. They get out the house. Abby and Ginger hide in the barn. They're hiding in the barn. Blake's coming after him, and he sees He's got his eyes are green, so he can see him like clear as day. They can't see him. Abby set up a bear trap. Boom! Bear trap gets Blake. She hits him with a flashlight. They run out. Boom! They're running in the woods. Trucking. Blake bites off his leg like some crazy man, some crazy Wolfman he was, and runs. He's running. He's like on forward. Abby and him getting to the same treehouse that him and his dad got when they were a kid and they seen the first Wolfman. And same exact scene. Blake's climbing up. You see his breath. And he didn't do the same thing as the other Wolfman going the other side, but he like pokes his head up like. And she got the gun pointed to him. Abby's got the gun pointed to his head. He's like. And like Ginger can supposedly read minds or whatever, and she was like, he just wants you to end it, mommy. And Blake's like, oh, and then she said, boom, boom, they killed Blake. Rest in peace, Blake. And then it was like morning when they killed him, and like the dawn was coming up. They looked at the valley, and that was the movie. So in my opinion, that movie was like a 7 out of 10. I liked it. I really liked it, but it could have gave us a little bit more lore about the Wolfman. At the beginning, it talked about the Native American people that said it was the Wolfman and everything. But I would recommend y'all going to go watch it. I mean, I thought the movie was really great. 7 out of 10. That's not a bad score. But hey, check it out in your local AMC. AMC, please sponsor me. I will be your sponsor person. You can call me anytime. But hey, it's been your boy Nolan God Juice, and that was the first episode. And I'll see y'all. Peace.